watch. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's entertaining. You know, I mean, they have the first one, and the second one's what, Redemption?
Resurrection. Yeah.
So.
Now,
yeah.
just to clarify, this is based off the manga, which did originate in Japan. So it is really epic. I think that it was really good. Samuel L. Jackson is like one of my favorite actors ever. So when he's doing his voice acting thing on this, it's classic. You know, you've got comedy, you've got the seriousness of the whole thing, and I thought it was really good. The soundtrack, once again, is awesome by RZA, and I really completely love this anime. So, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with everybody. I mean, you got an anime here that brings in a mixture of things. You got samurais, okay, originated in Japan. Then you got the modern with the music. Samuel just brings everything to the table. The serious side, the comedy. I mean, it'll keep you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, there's another one, the Boondocks. In comparison, I like this one more because I'm a samurai ninja type anime watcher. But there's really nothing else I could say about it. If you don't have it, buy it.
Yeah.
It's worth buying it. And I think there's two movies out, Afro Samurai and then Afro Samurai Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's worth buying it. I own both.
Yeah. I really liked how they took like the futuristic stuff, like you've got robots, you know, that are in here. You've got the technology, like the guys using like the spec ops classes or whatever.
Yeah, the Brotherhood.
Yeah, and then you know you've got one guy. He never really does much talking. He's got the headphones and he's always jamming. You know? It's pretty awesome. And then you know you've got all the you still maintain like the traditional samurai type of stuff, like you know the gear that they wear and the honor and all that stuff. And the story's really epic. I mean, from the day that Afro's dad dies to up to the present, to where he's trying to take revenge for it. I mean, they do a real good job of going back into the past and showing what happened while still keeping the flow of the anime going. So I really enjoyed it. The voice acting's really, really good. I haven't had a chance to hear what it probably sounds like by Japanese actors, but I really like the American version. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Did they dub it over back? Because, I mean, it was originally made American. Did they subtitle it over to Japanese?
Probably.
I understand, you know, anime.
I want to say, I think there is a Japanese version. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it, but I want to say I saw it on AnimeFreak.tv, where you can choose between the two versions. Matter of fact, I think they had more than two versions.
I guess it does make sense. I mean, you can do it back the other way. You know, I mean, I've seen other, like on trolling some forums and stuff, you know, they'll batch like Afro Samurai and things like that. They're like, oh, it's not even anime, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, it's just people's taste,
Yeah.
you know. Everybody gets into that whole argument.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just really epic to me. I mean, the art is beautiful. It's really well drawn. The animation's really good. The voice acting's really good. I mean, I don't have any complaints about this anime whatsoever. I love it. It's definitely one that's on my must-buy list. So, okay. So with that, I guess we're done talking about that one. Next, we're going to talk about the Arkansas Anime Festival. Excuse me. Carlos and I went to visit that. It was down in Bentonville last weekend. What dates were that? March 6th and 7th?
6th and 7th.
And we got to go out there and see, because we didn't even know they had this type of stuff in Arkansas. So it was pretty awesome to hear about it. And we went down there. We got to interview a couple of the vendors and actually met up with some pretty famous anime people, voice actors. They had a couple of voice actors that have appeared in Dragon Ball Z and Samurai 7 and several other notable famous animes that you've probably heard of. Also, we got to meet the voice actor for Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. We actually got our picture taken with him. We got him the autographed picture, so that was pretty awesome. And we spoke to 2 of the vendors there, and we'll have that coming up for you shortly. Carlos, what was your opinion of that?
Well, you know, it's not going to be anything like you'll find in at Houston or any of your big anime expos, or not if you go over to Japan. I mean, of course, it's not going to be on that scale, but from what we saw, it was pretty big. They had a decent venue. We got there like the first night, but we ended up seeing a lot of people in dress up, which kind of surprised me. I was expecting some, not as many as I did.
Yeah, there was a lot of cosplay going on.
Yeah, you know, Kakashi from Naruto.
Yeah, it was a lot of Naruto and Bleach.
And Bleach. Those 2 were the biggest ones.
Some Dragon
So,
Ball Z.
Yeah, you had Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Steampunk.
Yeah, some steampunk.
I was hoping I'd see the guy that dressed up as Trigun again.
That would have been awesome. They also had that that one guy that was, I think the best costume there was the guy that was dressed up as Jack from the Nightmare
Before Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, he's walking around, and I mean he's
on stilts.
He's on painter stilts, and he's walking around like it's no big deal. And his costume was just so perfect. It was pretty awesome. So you'll see some footage of that too. And there was also a rave. You know, we didn't cover the whole thing, but we got some footage of that. And a lot of the vendors and stuff had a lot of. I mean, we could have went broke. You know, with all the collectibles. Yeah, and I didn't even get everything I wanted. But you know, we'll also list the vendor information on there. Just wanted to, you know, so that because they had some awesome stuff. I mean, there was like the Neon Evangelion collectibles, Street Fighter collectibles, the Final Fantasy stuff they had there was awesome. I got a couple of those. I'll probably put some pictures up on our website of what, you know, some of the stuff that we ended up coming home with. Some great artists, the 2 vendors that we're going to interview, you'll see some of their work, and we'll have links to their websites and stuff like that. So it was a fun weekend. We got to cover it, and like Carlos said, it wasn't like the big ones you would see in like Houston or Texas or Cali or something like that, but it was nice to kind of get an idea, you know, for the first time getting to go to one, and when we do get to go to a bigger one, that will be awesome.
We need to get more money.
Yeah, you got to travel, so. But
talking about the stuff we're gonna buy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you see all that stuff, you're like a kid in the candy store. They even had a game room too, where they had like the PS3s, the Xboxes, down to the old school GameCubes, and I think there was a Dreamcast.
There was somebody playing Dreamcast.
So I mean, it was pretty.
Very fast.
Yeah. So I mean, it was awesome, but yeah. So I mean, I thought, you know, we had a good time. You know, it was nice, and I think you'll enjoy the interviews we did with these people. They were really great, and we can't thank them enough for doing that. So that's it for this episode of Ones and Zeros. Check out the expo and let us know what you think. Later.